There's a place in Oklahoma where 5 states come together. Cimarron County sits in the far northwest corner and borders Colorado, Kansas, New Mexico, and Texas, making it the only county in the U.S. connected to that many states. It also contains multiple tri-points, which is also extremely rare. Despite that, almost nobody lives there. Fewer than 2,000 people are spread across nearly 1,800 square miles. I'm sure you can do the math, but that's about 1 person per square mile. The county seat, Boise City, is small, quiet, and surrounded by open land in every direction. At night, there's almost no light pollution. It's one of the least populated and most isolated corners of the country. Fact 43, Oklahoma City is one of the largest cities by land. Oklahoma City is bigger than you think. By a lot. At over 600 square miles, it's one of the largest cities in the US by land area. Larger than cities like New York, 305 square miles, or Los Angeles, 500 square miles. But it doesn't feel like it. That's because most of that space comes from decades of annexation, where the city kept expanding its boundaries outward. As a result, parts of Oklahoma City look completely urban while others feel rural, with open land and even livestock inside city limits. It's not uncommon to drive through neighborhoods and then suddenly hit fields within minutes. The city is so spread out that crossing it can take significantly longer than expected. Fact 42, Oklahoma is a dinosaur fossil hotspot. Parts of Oklahoma used to be full of dinosaurs. In the Panhandle, near Black Mesa, scientists have uncovered huge amounts of dinosaur fossils dating back over 100 million years. This area was once part of a very different environment, supporting species like long-necked sauropods and armored dinosaurs. Over time, sediment preserved their remains, turning the region into an important fossil site. Excavations have recovered significant amounts of material, helping researchers better understand prehistoric life in North America. Today, the land looks dry and open, but it holds evidence of a time when this area supported entirely different ecosystems and way bigger animals. Fact 41, the center of Tornado Alley. This is one of the most tornado-prone places on Earth. Oklahoma averages between 50 and 70 tornadoes a year, but some years go way over that. In 2024, the state recorded over 150. The reason comes down to geography. Warm, moist air from the Gulf collides with cold, dry air from the Rockies, and Oklahoma sits right in the middle of that clash. With nothing blocking those systems, storms can build fast and intense. On May 3rd, 1999, the state saw around 70 tornadoes in a single day, including one with record winds of 321 miles per hour, the highest ever measured. In Oklahoma, storm shelters aren't optional, they're standard. Fact 40, Oklahoma isn't just flat. Most people picture Oklahoma as flat prairie, but that's not even close to the full story. The state actually has 4 separate mountain ranges: the Arbuckles, Wichitas, Ozarks, and Washitas. In fact, the Ozark and Washita region forms one of the only major highland systems between the Rockies and the Appalachians. It's basically a stretch of elevated forested terrain sitting in the middle of what people assume is flat land. You can go from open plains to rolling hills and thick forests in just a few hours. Oklahoma doesn't look the same everywhere, and that's what makes it more geographically varied than people expect. Fact 39, the Wichita Mountains are over 500 million years old. These mountains are older than almost anything you can see in North America. The Wichita Mountains formed around 500 million years ago during ancient volcanic activity. That's way before dinosaurs, even before complex life existed on land. At one point, they were a lot taller, but erosion wore them down into the rounded granite peaks you see today. What's left are exposed rock formations and boulder fields that give the area a completely different look from the rest of Oklahoma. Mount Scott, one of the main peaks, rises just under 2,500 feet. But the real story here isn't height, it's age. Fact 38, Oklahoma sits on extremely ancient rock. You might have already gathered this from the last fact, but some of the oldest rock on the continent is right under Oklahoma. In the Arbuckle Mountains, there's a granite core that's about 1.4 billion years old. Over time, tectonic activity pushed it closer to the surface, and erosion exposed parts of it. Today, what looks like a chill set of hills is actually sitting on top of some of the oldest geological material in North America. It's easy to overlook, but this region is essentially a window into the deep past of the continent.